Okay, so I totally jinxed myself with yesterday's entry because I had a huge panic attack today, and I haven't had one of these in like 5 years, so... But I know exactly why it happened, and it was because that banana that you saw me eat yesterday was the only thing that I ended up eating, because then obviously I was already starting my video, and then I did the whole thing, and then I edited it, then I uploaded it, and then I was like, oh, I need to watch Spider-Man, so I threw in my Spider-Man CD. And I didn't eat anything while I was watching that because I was just getting into the movie, and I thought, well, I have plenty of time to eat because I don't have to wake up tomorrow until 11. Because today was the day that they wanted me to come in at noon and work till 8:30. So I was like, I could stay up late. So I'm watching the movie and I'm drinking beer, and then probably like 10 minutes after the movie ended, I just bam, down, out like a light on the desk, just fell asleep. So I wake up on the desk a couple hours later and stumble into bed and go to bed. And I ended up sleeping a little too soundly, so I woke up about 10 minutes later than I wanted to, and I was like, oh god, I gotta rush. And I jump into the car and I drive all the way to work. I got there about 12:30. So about half an hour late, but it doesn't really matter because the point was not for me to be exactly at noon. The point is for me to stay later, getting ready, starting my work day. And I'm forgetting that it's noon. This is the time that I normally eat, is at work every day, is noon. But since I just got here, it feels like it's not lunchtime yet to me. And I'm not feeling hungry, but then after I'm there for about the first hour, I start to feel like really panicky, like I haven't felt, like I said, in so many years. I start to feel like really panicky, and really my heart starts racing and stuff, and as I'm going through my day, all of a sudden I realize I'm walking down a hall, and all of a sudden I realize, oh my god, I think I'm having a panic attack. Oh my god, I was just talking about this yesterday, but I need to get over to the cafeteria right now. I need to go eat something. I turn the corner, I'm heading down a hall, I'm heading toward the cafeteria, but I pass by our office area that we have, and as I'm walking past, I look in there, and every coworker that I know is all in the room, and there's my boss sitting in a chair, and he's putting his glasses on, and he's about to start reading. I'm like, oh my god, there's a department meeting. I totally forgot that we were going to have this department meeting, but it's starting right now, and I'm standing in the doorway, and everyone's looking at me going, there's a chair back there, Pat, there's a chair right back there, and I'm like, okay. So I have no choice. I have to walk in and sit down for this hour-long meeting, and I'm already starting to have this panic attack, and now I'm stuck in this chair. So if you've ever had a panic attack, you know, like, one of the worst places to be is like in a big crowded room, especially a big crowded room that you can't leave. So I'm just sitting in the chair and I'm like, do not freak out, just try not to freak out, just relax. I'm thinking about yesterday's video and I'm thinking about my face going, relax, and not helping at all. So I don't know if that was just a useless video to make, or if it's that I need somebody else to tell me to relax and I can't tell myself. But whatever it is, it's not working. I'm starting to freak out and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta make it through this meeting. I just gotta make it through this meeting. Oh my god. Finally the meeting ends and I'm like, okay, good, now I'm just gonna go to the cafeteria. As I stand up, before he can even make it out the door, my supervisor Mike comes over to me and he's like, yeah, we've screwed up the schedule a little bit and there's nobody to cover the old building today, so... And it's just about shift change right now, so just hop in your car and head over there. Just hop in your car right now, head right over to the old building. Okay. I'm getting in my car, and I'm like, all jumpy and jerky. I don't want to crash my car, I don't want to crash my car. Just breathe, just breathe. Don't breathe too much, don't breathe too much. I'm like, oh my god, thank you, McDonald's. I come into the parking lot the wrong way, and I'm going backward down the aisle, and I park the car all like crappily and jangle out and walk in there. And there's only one lady in front of me, but she's got these 3 kids with her. It must be like her son and his 2 friends, because they're all the same age, and they are small children. They are like 6. So there's these 3 6-year-old boys who are just running around and making all this noise and running around. And I just want my hamburger, please. I got like a double cheeseburger and a Coke, and I ran back to the car and I just scarfed it down, and I drove over to the old building, and still as I'm walking in, but I'm still freaking out, and it's getting a little worse, and I'm like, I don't think I ate enough food, I don't think that was enough. And now I'm in the building, so I can't leave. I'm stuck here for the rest of the night, so I go over to the vending machine, and I'm like, oh, vending machine. So I got like a Snickers bar and a bag of Ruffles, and I take him upstairs, and I relieve the engineer, and he goes home, and then I'm like scarfing down the Ruffles and stuff, and And then I'm just sitting there waiting because it's like, I know as soon as, you know, I begin to digest this food, I'll start to feel better, but I'm panicking so much right now. And all these crazy paranoid thoughts are running through my head, and I'm like, stop it, just stop it. And I think the reason that your brain does that when you're having a panic attack is it's something physical that's making you feel scared, but then your brain's like, we feel scared. I wonder what the reason is to be scared, and then starts throwing, is there zombies in the building? Is there snakes? And I stop it, just stop it. So I'm like, okay, I'll just turn on some TV. I will watch a light comedy show, and by the time it's over, I should be feeling better. So I flip on the TV, and my hand to God, the second the TV turned on, there was Daily Grace staring at me. And I had heard about this Lowe's commercial that she did, but I never saw it. But the second I turned on the TV, there's Daily Grace staring at me. And I was like, oh my God. On any other day, I would have been like, hey, Daily Grace, that's cool. Cool, she's on TV, look at that. But for some reason, it just freaked me out. Cognitive dissonance. Yeah, and she's just staring at me with this face like, boo. How did you get out of the computer? So I'm like, okay, this is a bad idea. So I turn off the TV. I'm like, I need to go for a walk. So I just went for a walk around the building, and finally, by about 5 o'clock, finally after I, you know, began to digest the food and stuff, by 5 o'clock I finally like calmed all the way down, and I felt totally back to normal again, totally calm, and I'm fine now. But so yes, Daily Grace, you startled the fuck out of me today. The lesson that I learned is that whole piece of advice that I gave about arguing with your body, there's a downside to that, and that's, I guess, that I've been ignoring feeling, when I feel hungry, I've been ignoring it so well that now my body is like not even bothering to tell me that I need food anymore. It's just kind of like, whatever, it's like talking to a brick wall with that guy. So now it's like the only way today that I could deduce that I needed food was because I was having a panic attack, so I don't know. And that's about all I have time for, because now I've got to turn back around. I mean, what time is it? So it's 10:30 as I am speaking right now, and I've got to turn back around and be back to work bright and early at 7 in the morning tomorrow, so I don't really have a lot of time tonight, probably just enough time to edit this and get it up there. So, we live and we learn, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.